Welcome back to the Public Pool Podcast. I'm Michaela Pascal. This is Jack O'Shea.
Hey.
We got two dogs on our laps today. It's happening.
It's happening. Well, for now it's happening. They've been in jail a bunch.
Yes, you were taking a nap, and
yeah,
we have yappy dogs. That's the downside of having small dogs, is that they're really yappy.
Yeah, so I've been in a mood today.
Okay.
And when I'm in a mood, it really stands out because I'm rarely in a mood. I rarely, like today, I think the first time in our relationship, I literally texted, I was like, I'm in a fucking mood right now.
Yeah.
And just like agitated by everything. And I've been trying to figure out why, because there's like reasons and stuff like that, but I think I just really figured out why. So I've been watching this movie on Netflix called Nuremberg. It's about the Nuremberg trials. Need I say more? It stars Russell Crowe as Hermann Göring, Hitler's number 3.
Is this a safe space?
Why?
Can I say that, I'm not really sure who Russell Crowe is half the time.
Like who he is?
I know I've seen him, and I know sometimes I'll see movies they're like, well, Russell Crowe's in it. I'm like, yes, I've seen that. But off the top of my head, I can't. He doesn't stick in my head. Sorry, continue.
It's honestly, it's like I completely disagree.
No, I know.
Also, it's not offensive to say that.
But I just am it's embarrassing because he's just one of those people where I'm like, no, I know he's Russell Crowe, but he just doesn't stay in my head.
Well, he's been putting on weight since 2000.
Yeah.
So every time you see him, he kind of looks a little different.
Maybe that's why.
He's a big boy right now. But anyway, it stars him as Hermann Göring, and it stars is it Rami Malek or Rami Malek?
I think it's Rami.
It's spelled like Rami, but I feel like always people hear people say Rami Malek. I am not a Rami Malek fan at all. Actually, I would describe him as, it's rare, when people are like, who's your favorite actor? It's hard to come up with.
Yeah.
It's even rarer to be like, who's your least favorite? He's my least favorite.
Okay.
I don't like looking at the guy.
Okay.
His face, he's it's like what Austin Butler does.
Yeah.
Where Austin Butler is kind of constantly looking at you like he's fucking handsome Squidward.
Smoldering.
Meanwhile, it's
Austin, the word, I believe.
As if Austin Butler is also like he's handsome.
Yeah.
But he's not it's not there's hotter guys.
He's trying a little too hard. I agree.
He's trying real hard.
Yeah.
Rami Malek lives in that face.
Yeah.
And so every time he's on, I'm in this, he's supposed to play an American psychiatrist who's talking to, then again, if he could be playing a British guy, I watch it with the subtitles. So I have no idea. But I assume he's American. He's playing an American psychologist who's talking to these Nazi war criminals, trying to help with the case.
Yeah.
And I just see him sitting there with Hermann Göring, notoriously evil person. Very, although this movie kind of sells him to you a little bit. We'll get into Nuremberg later. And he's just looking, he's talking to, Hermann Göring is not a tolerant person.
Yeah. And
he's sitting all in a room. I'm I don't believe this movie because I think Russell Crowe would look at him for 1 second and be like, I'm going to fucking punch this guy in the face.
Yeah.
Stop looking at me like this. Why are you looking at me like, I'm my fucking neck? What's going on? And the reason why I'm upset is because I just found he's a fucking identical twin. There's 2 of these guys out there.
There is, I did know that there's
Sammy
2 of them.
Malek. Rami and Sammy.
So it has to be Rami. Rami and Sammy.
Or would they, I don't know.
It would be
They're
really
Egyptian
hard,
parents, so who knows?
It would be really hard to say Rami and Sammy.
I just imagine it's finding out that the world is twice as bad.
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
I love finding out that celebrities have twins.
It's always fun.
Because they're always fraternal.
Yeah. No, they're identical.
Rami they're identical.
Yeah. No, that's what I mean. There's 2 of them.
There's legit 2 of them. Because I was going to say,
legit 2 of them.
It's always sucky to find out they have a twin because it's always the famous one's the more attractive one. So you're in a mood because you had to deal with Rami Malek.
Yeah, it seems like it. I was wondering why. It's when you're in a mood and you're like, oh, Mercury's in retrograde.
Yeah, which it is. And has technology not been weird the past 2 weeks?
I mean, it has, but also I have an iPhone 13 that's 7 years old, so I can't really blame that.
That's true. I just feel I've been dealing with a lot of technology. Even CNN's been going in and out. We've been watching a lot of the news, and they've been losing a lot of their feed.
It's interesting. I assume that's because of the war, because they're usually shooting Israel and stuff.
Yeah.
But it's interesting the different approaches we have when something goes wrong, where it's both are equally as frustrating.
Yeah.
Where you're shit. Closest planet to the sun, I learned that this week.
Yeah.
Mercury. I always get that and Venus confused. The closest planet to the sun is doing something retro, and that's why this is happening.
Because
it's kind of nice. I wish I believed in that stuff because it's kind of freeing.
That is why I believe in that stuff, because it's a relief. I am a major control freak. Like I have such control issues, and that's why. But we have different perspectives on, like, when I feel so comforted whenever I see those videos that are like, you zoom out of Earth and see like how big the universe is, and I'm like, we are nothing.
So that's the difference between.
That's what I was saying, is we have different perspectives. That really comforts me.
You are comforted by the fact where you're like, in the end, nothing really matters. Nothing really,
because I am so just burdened with feeling like every little thing matters.
Yeah.
So I need to feel like nothing actually matters, and you feel the opposite, where it gives you anxiety.
If I think nothing matters, I'm like, well, what's the point?
Yeah.
You know,
because I deal with a lot of like OCD issues, so not like, oh my God, I'm so clean, but like obsessive thoughts and like a lot of ritual stuff, or like whatever. It's really frustrating, and that's why like I'm like controlling. But it's like I need something to take the control away from me, like in the ether. So it's not even necessarily that I like really, really believe in a lot of this stuff, but it's thinking that there's something that is out there, that it is out of my control, because I feel the best when I am out of control, or like when I'm like someone else has got it.
Yeah, someone else has it.
Yeah. That's when I feel my best.
Yeah, I approach everything from the like when my technology's not working, I'm like, fuck, I gotta fix this. Mm-hmm. I wonder how it's like I wonder how often, without realizing it, I de-retrograded Mercury for you. By fixing something before you realized it was broken. Probably quite a few times. Probably weekly. I probably do something where I'm like, oh, I gotta tighten that screw.
Yeah.
And you don't realize it, but you would have thought the planet did that.
Yeah.
But I'm the anti. What would retrograde, protograde or something?
You're protograde.
I'm protograde.
Yeah. No, I don't know, but things have been strange. So Mercury is in retrograde.
They say that's why the war's going on.
Yeah.
Say, Khomeini was in a mood. That's what they were saying. Found out there are 2 Rami Maleks. He said, "There's 2 of that fuck."
There's 2 of them. Did you like him in Bohemian Rhapsody?
No.
I did.
I was insulted by him in Bohemian Rhapsody. Honestly,
I enjoyed it.
I was literally like, okay, I get it. I get the cast thing, because it's like,
yeah.
I mean, could you name 2 more racially ambiguous people than Freddie Mercury and Rami Malek?
Yeah.
They're not even the same ethnicity too. But like, you look at them and you're like, you're different.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why. Maybe I'm intolerant.
Maybe you're intolerant to the ambiguous.
I'm incredibly intolerant to the ambiguous.
You're like, pick a category.
There's weirdly...
You're okay with everyone, but you want everyone to pick a box. Pick a box.
Like, I'll tell you this. When I found out that Q meant questioning, I almost flipped the goddamn table.
Wait, with what?
That Q... I thought Q always meant queer, but Q meant questioning. And I was like, what do you mean?
I think it actually means queer. I think just some people added in questioning as like an extra Q, but I think it is queer.
The questioning, I was like... Who are you attracted to? Yeah. Like, it's really not that hard. Well, no, you
can go through a questioning phase, but that's
you're bi probably.
Well, no, I was gonna say, but then the point is, you haven't picked your category yet.
You don't pick your category. You're born this way.
But you haven't figured it out yet. You haven't figured out
Listen, Gaga said you're born this way. She said it.
Yeah, but you have to discover it. Yes.
When you start being like a sexually attracted to things person.
Or because you maybe when you're younger, like a young gay man might be like, wow, I love Hillary Duff. And they think that as like that must mean that like, that's the girl I'm attracted. Like they might be confused on what attracted
I'm
means.
much more black and white. I'm like,
I know you
okay,
are.
Okay. If you're attracted to women, great. But then if you're like, but I'm weirdly turned on by Brad Pitt, okay, then you're bi. Like, it's okay. It's okay to be bi. Just like, make the decision.
But you have to figure it out. You also are so anti-self-discovery.
I think that
you have been on no journeys of self-discovery.
Yeah, you know why? Because you're you. I discovered myself every day in the mirror. I'm like, that's me. Got it. I'm not like our dogs. They're like, one of our dogs
That's why I
doesn't look in the mirror because she's
scared.
She's like, the other dog immediately figured out, oh, that must be me.
Yeah.
One of our dogs is like, just doesn't look because she knows that there's something going on with that window, but she doesn't understand that it's her.
I want you to go to therapy so bad, not even just because Not even like not because I'm like I think there's something wrong, but I just want you to like I just want you to like have to like think inwards about yourself.
I think so much about myself. I think so much about
I really don't know.
I am always thinking about myself. That's why I don't like to talk about it.
But if you talked about it, maybe you would do some self-discovery.
Maybe
you're cute.
I've written my maybe I'm cute. No, I can't be cute because I'm too direct. If I was attracted to a guy, I'd be bi. I really would. Like it'd be like, you know me. There'd be no hesitation. I've talked about it. I'm jealous of. I genuinely think everybody. I don't know how much like this factors into evolution, but like if it did, I think assume in the future everyone's bi because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Like. It's like in the future, although freaking with allergies and stuff, with like, well, just how like every day there's a new like kids are like now allergic to this.
Yeah.
You would think that in the future,
we'd be less allergic to stuff because it's like, well, we've evolved past.
Yeah. Like you would think that, and it's like, it would be great if I loved all foods. It would be awesome if I loved olives. Yeah. How great would it be if I could enjoy some dick, if I could enjoy some olives? I love both of them. You would know. Like, I'm telling you, I wouldn't keep it a secret. But
I know, I'm not.
I'm just, but yeah, the ambiguousness. No, honestly, it's not the ambiguousness of the race thing. Obviously, that's not what upsets me.
We're kidding.
It's the way he like smolders at people. It's his character looks at other characters, and this is acting in a way where I'm like, I think I hit that guy in the face. I think I go, why are you looking at me like that? He's like, nothing.
Have you seen the new duck face? Everyone's talking about it.
What's the new duck face?
I like can't even do it. It's very upper lip heavy. It's very like, I can't even do it. Like,
so I think, am I doing? It's
no,
kind of,
that's too like, you're doing too much lower lip. It's like, it's almost like, it's like you're like using your like lower lip to like
why are people doing this?
I don't know. It's what the cool kid. That's what Ashton Earl's doing. And if Ashton Earl's doing it,
do they all have A names?
I think maybe just the two of them actually.
The duck face originated not because it looked good, but because people didn't want to always smile for pictures.
No, but so there's just like
it was like silly. It was the same thing as putting bunny ears behind your head.
Yeah,
that's a stupid thing.
It's just a new one. There was one I feel like in like 2020 people were doing. Why can't I remember? I don't know. Let's go back to sticking our tongues out.
I don't know if I love it. Some people can really pull it off. You can pull it off. You can pull up the tongue stick out.
I do more of like a teeth lick thing. That's my go-to.
And it's great. It's hot. I know that's hot. Yeah,
that is my hot. I do teeth lick.
That's what Rami Malek's doing, by the way. He's basically licking his teeth while he's talking to people in like normal scenes.
I love this, and then I like to like grab like one boob, like.
Yes,
it shows like I'm a party girl. I'm fun. Like that's what I'm trying to convey with my photo.
Doesn't actually work for everybody. That's the problem.
I don't know. Hit it. No, you're going too hard with the mouth. You take. It's like smile and like.
I don't know.
You have to feel it in your spirit.
Yeah,
but that's a good one.
I'm a smiler. I like to do the smile, and I don't even have a straight smile. I have a crooked smile, and that's what I like to give you.
Yeah.
I like to give the people.
What
a smile.
They want. Man, I've been seeing a lot of Bush discourse past couple years, but I feel like it's really
W. Bush?
No, like pubes Bush.
I was ready to be like, let's have this be a 3-hour podcast. Go through the Bush administration.
No, other Bush.
Pubes,
because everyone's just like Bush is back. Like that's been kind of the movement for the past, which I'm like I'm all for. Do whatever you want.
Go for it.
Do whatever you want. But I full disclosure. Mm-hmm. I've lasered everything basically from the neck down.
You were literally a hair remover.
I love
like you worked professionally.
Laser. Yes.
It wasn't in lasers, but you worked professionally. You sugared people. You were a waxer.
I was a Brazilian waxer.
Yes.
So I'm very in the game of pubes.
Hair is the enemy to you.
Yeah.
You removed hair.
Yes. No, but it was like, I'm very familiar, but I was like, the second I was like, I can do laser, I did laser and I loved it. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying I regret laser.
Yeah. Because
it was one of the best decisions I ever made, strictly out of comfort. Not for even aesthetics or whatever people are going to try to accuse me of.
Yeah.
It's strictly for comfort. Now I love it. Don't regret nothing. But I was like, if I could do Bush now.
Yeah.
I feel like I would maybe be a landing strip girl now. I feel like that might.
Of all the hair things.
Like, I feel like that might be, like, where my, like, style would have ended up. Like, I might have been like, let's experiment with, like, a landing strip.
Of all the hair things, I think that's what looks the most appealing.
Yeah.
I think that the just all natural.
Yeah.
It's the same thing where it's like, you want, like, well, part of beauty is, like, do they look like they're taking care of themselves?
Yeah.
So just doing the bare minimum.
Yeah.
This is a hilarious conversation on this podcast.
Well, I feel like I'm just more like, it's because I talk to a lot of people about pubes because it was my job.
It was literally your job.
Literally everyone's thing is just like comfort. Like it's literally just like people were like, it's just more comfortable.
Well,
to, like,
because
not deal
pubes
with
were
anything.
clothes.
Yeah. That's what I was talking about. Pubes were clothes.
Pubes were clothes.
Yeah.
There's a reason why the only hair that's really left on our body is on our head, because unless you wear a hat, which hats like take into account people have hair.
Yeah.
But like some people have a lot of hair, don't wear hats.
Yeah.
You rarely see, although you know what, you used to see it a ton in like old school, like 70s baseball, afros and hats.
Yeah.
That was like the coolest look ever. It also was the dorkiest look ever because it was just like side.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, pubes were clothes, and then we got clothes, and now your clothes are rubbing up on your clothes. It just doesn't make any sense.
It's a little uncomfortable. But I don't know. I was just thinking about that introspective. I was like, spiritually, I probably would have landed as a landing strip girl.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Yeah, people get creative back in the day. When they would ask me, they'd be like, "Can you give me like a heart?"
I don't know if I like that. Depends on the canvas. How big of an area are you working with?
It depends. You can go whatever size.
Somebody had. You saw the thing where I feel like you showed me it. This must have been years ago, where they had like, I think you told me they were stickers, but they made their nipples look like hearts.
Pasties?
No, but they were their nipples, but they looked like, literally made their nipples look like hearts.
Like a tattoo? Like you could
It
see
might have
the
been a
nipple?
tattoo. It might have been a tattoo. Like you could see the nipple, but it was like a nipple. Like it looked like they had a surgery to make their nipples a heart. And I was like, I don't like this.
Maybe it's a tattoo.
Might have been a tattoo. I don't like that. The tattoo is permanent? Oh my God. The decisions these people make. What are we doing here?
But also I'm jealous of people who just be like, I'm doing stuff like that because I'm so like.
Yeah, but you can be jealous of the ones who do stuff like that and they nail it.
Yeah.
I feel like.
Hey, that speaks of their spirit, man.
For now, I have a feeling that whoever did that, at least once a week, is like, God, I wish my nipples weren't fucking hearts.
Man,
every time they go to a doctor, they'd be like, yeah.
Yeah. I'm all over the place today, but have we talked about everyone saying that Selena Gomez is a clone? I don't think we've talked about that.
I don't think we have. The Paul is dead thing.
Yeah. So this is where I was like, man, we're getting bad. And intelligence has really decreased online, and it's getting bad. And I love a good conspiracy theory. I really do.
Yeah, but conspiracy theories that are kind of smart and like, oh, I didn't think about it.
Yeah, it's like, maybe the government did do this.
Yeah.
Like, but when we've gotten to the point where I'm seeing hundreds of thousands of people liking a video that's like Selena Gomez is a clone because she looks different now.
Yeah.
And they're accusing her of being Gina Davis, who's in her like 70s.
Wait, what?
Yeah, that's where we've gotten. Because like, well, she sounds like her, and it's like, okay, well, clearly they both have some sort of vocal fry thing. Okay, and like jaw stiffness. Okay, so they sound the same.
That's unfair to Gina Davis. Gina Davis is you know how I know it's not Gina Davis? The performances would be a lot better.
But Gina Davis now sounds like Selena Gomez. Where it's like she sound like, so they're like, Gina Davis is Selena Gomez. And I'm like, what? But so people are trying to say Selena Gomez was killed by the government or something.
Or lupus.
There's been it's a higher conspiracy than that.
Okay.
No, I've seen something about Epstein, something about her having Justin's child, and the Illuminati being like, no, we're taking the child. So she sacrificed herself instead.
Yeah, okay.
You know, a lot of genius ideas out there.
So basically she's losing some traction, and her fans are so diehard that they're like, she's Jesus.
No, because no one can just be like, oh yes, this girl who one is older.
Yeah.
Does have a disease.
Yeah.
And has gotten fillers and Botox.
Yeah.
Like a lot of it.
Like a good deal.
And threads.
Yeah.
They're like, well, that can't be her. And I'm like, we're in the age of procedures. But anyway, so one of the that's just a huge conspiracy online. I urge everyone to look into that and just like kind of laugh at people genuinely believing this. Genuinely.
Yeah.
One of the big things was they were like, she's have this tattoo on her back and look, it's gone.
Tattoo removed.
We have a wonderful thing now called tattoo removal.
That's crazy. And makeup.
And makeup. It's and like they're like, oh my, and then also they're trying to say that she got taller, and they were like, you can't get taller. That's why she's a clone, and because they're like, well, Benny Blanco is 5'8", and she's like also like 5'7", and she's taller than him. And I was like, are we really saying that instead of maybe that Benny Blanco lied about his height?
I think Benny Blanco lied.
Like,
by the way, I've seen Benny Blanco. He's shorter than he's saying he is.
Yeah,
I have no idea if he said he was 5'8", 5'10", 5'4".
He's like 5'6".
He's shorter than he thinks he is.
Definitely.
Than he says he is. Yeah. Which, by the way, hey, do what you gotta do.
Love a King. And you know what? I actually like them together. People give them so much shit. I like them together. I think it makes a lot of sense.
I'm just getting around to. I now officially can separate who Bad Bunny and Benny Blanco are.
Okay.
So I don't have a thought in this. I don't have any input. Is what I'm saying.
Okay.
I know Bad Bunny.
Okay.
So I know that Benny Blanco's the Jewish guy.
Yes. He's like
despite the name.
He's the producer.
Now tell me this: if you saw a picture of them and you said one is Benny Blanco and one is Bad Bunny, who would you guess is Benny Blanco?
That is true.
Probably the Hispanic
that is true.
guy.
Yeah, that is true.
So
that is true.
Not my fault.
The BB, I get it.
It's the alliteration alone.
No, I get that. Yeah. I get that. They're very different, but yes.
Yes.
But I get them together. Like, where people are like, she's so out of his league or whatever. I'm like, well, she's a like successful person. Mm-hmm. And she found someone else who's also very successful in his own field, and like that becomes attractive. Love
is love, absolutely. Like he's incredibly talented too. You'd be surprised how people are always surprised by like how much talent attracts people. Like Billy Joel was married to I think Cindy Crawford. For a minute,
I think so.
And people are like, "What?" And it's like he's Billy fucking Joel.
Yeah,
he's Billy Joel.
Like it made I forgot what we were talking about in the gym. Oh, my best friend, him and his boyfriend basically were like, they don't think the heated rivalry guys are hot. I like, maybe it's just like a woman thing, but I was like, they hadn't watched the show. And I was like, men, at least to me, or I feel like in general, aren't attractive until you see them do something.
Yes.
Like if I see like a hot, attractive guy like in an ad or on a red carpet, that does nothing for me.
Yeah, is there any like...
I have to see them... Yeah. Like, it's like, oh, the One Direction guys are like cute or whatever. That does nothing for me until I see them in a band.
Yes.
I have to see them in a band. I have to see someone in a movie. I have to see them like write something. Like, I have to see something about them, and then I'm like, okay, now I'm in.
And then you're really close to it. All you have to do is see one thing, and then you'll start writing weirdly abusive fan fiction.
My mother sold me to the One Direction Mafia.
Yeah.
It was a really big one. In One Direction fan fiction, girls were constantly being sold to One Direction. That's like a really big trope.
It's, I mean, he's like, I'm like, I know exactly what they were going for.
Yeah.
It's a fetish of a lot of people. A lot of people have that fetish. People are discovering themselves. They're questioning.
They're questioning.
They're Rami Maleking. No, they're not questioning because they know what they want. They're actually writing it. They're putting pen to paper. They're not like, I'm not sure if I like this story. They're like, I love this story so much. Let me tell you my fantasy.
Oh my God.
Harry hits me.
Yeah, I don't know. You were the one that pointed out to me.
They're all terrible.
All of the One Direction fan fictions and imagines are like so bad.
I think I know why though. Because you want to be with them so bad, but if it's too bubbly, it doesn't feel real. So you need to add a little bit of pain, and then people just got like weird to like think about it for a second, guys. Like what you're describing is assault.
I think I sent you a screenshot.
And why are you having a sleepover with? Why do you think the One Direction guys are having sleepovers?
Yeah, they're best friends.
They're in their 20s.
They're bestest friends.
What?
A guy sent you a picture of one that I wrote. And like it was like the opening chapter, and it was like Niall came home drunk again, and I was like, "What?"
Yeah, I was like, "What? Why is this such a?"
What was I writing at 14? Like,
yeah, like that at 14, that was getting you. You're like, yeah, this makes it feel realer, which is true though. It does make you feel real. It's why, like, I don't like certain songs where it's like this feels so computerized.
Yeah, you like imperfect voices.
I like imperfect voices. I like when I like when the instruments kind of skip a little bit. That's why I love the live performances.
Yeah, you love live
performances. I love live performances so fucking much.
Yeah.
I like spend half of workouts when you're not working out with me, I work out for so much longer because I spend half the time trying to find live music.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, not that song. Again and again and again. It's terrible. I noticed, so Willie Colon, who is was he a jazz musician?
Salsa.
Salsa musician. Willie Colon's also the name of a former NFL football player.
Yes, we've had this mix up twice now.
So when you told me Willie Colon died, I was like, what? How? Because he's also an analyst. Like he's also on, I forget where he's at right now, but he's, I think he might be at Fox Sports 1. I'm not sure, but Willie Colon's a guy.
Yeah.
So you said Willie Colon died. I was like,
you're like, how?
I assume he's a big boy. I mean, he was a lineman.
Yeah. I think the first time that happened was like, I like sent you, he had like a great photo on Spotify. I was like listening to him like probably like 6 months ago.
And I was like, Willie Colon makes music?
And like, I forgot, like the photo of him was like him with like a glass of wine, just like in like the most like iPhone style photo ever. And I was like, I love this picture. And I sent it to you and you were like, he has a Spotify? And I was like, what do you mean he has a Spotify? Like, and because I didn't realize and you didn't realize.
Yeah.
It's like, those are two very famous men with the same name.
So he sadly passed.
Yeah.
And his funeral it looked like it was in New York City.
Yeah, it was.
His funeral was in New York City this week. And they did a really cool thing where they invited, I think it was anybody who plays the trombone. And now as a former in 5th grade, I was a tromboner. So I could have gone. I'm sure my parents still have the instrument. It's probably a little rusted, a little oil will fix it. They invited all the tromboners and they, played for his funeral and it was really, really beautiful. Yes. It was like powerful. It was also sounded awesome. Really cool. It was really cool. It got me thinking though, what is it about instruments in general, but specifically horned instruments, the horn section, where everything is designed completely different?
Yes.
Like the trombone is played by sliding a thing back and forth.
Yes.
The like that to trumpet.
Yes.
I just don't understand I don't understand why they all are so different.
And they're all so loud.
Oh, but maybe that's the point.
No, I know.
But like, why? Logically, you would think, okay, the trumpet seems to be the easiest one to play.
Yeah.
There's definitely a way for them to make a trumpet where it has lower notes or higher notes. So it's like a piano. You can play all the notes.
Yeah.
But instead, if you want a little bit lower than a trumpet, you got to go to this totally different bended metal. And if you want something a little bit lower than that, you got to go to fucking tuba.
Yeah.
And then don't even get me started on the French horn or the sousaphone.
I think tuba is my favorite just because it's like tuba. And tuba looks like a tuba.
A tuba does look like a tuba. You say tuba low.
Yeah.
Tuba.
Tuba.
And there also, who's like... There, like the trumpet, you can just like it was cool with the trombone. That I think that's the farthest away from like a trumpet or a saxophone you can go, where it's like you can just have a bunch of trumpets and it sounds good.
Yeah.
Just a tuba is boom boom.
Yes.
Boom. Like,
it's like the bass.
It's the bass, but it's more limited.
Yeah.
Like a bass, you can do things a lot quicker. You can't like tuba. It's up to your breath. You gotta blow a lot. So boom boom.
As an asthmatic,
yeah,
I just couldn't even imagine like professionally playing any of those instruments.
I think that you're kind of ruled out of playing them.
Just because I'm like running sounds hard.
Yeah. Being
like I'm a professional, like whatever player, I'm like that seems impossible to me.
My tromboner days. I just was thinking about like I just remember being like, oh, I'm gonna play this. I did it because I wanted to be a tromboner. I wanted to say that. It was a funny joke. I just learned what a boner was, and. I remember my dad, who is the greatest dad on the fucking planet. And like literally every time I was ever with him, he was either showing me something, like teaching me something, or we were always doing something together. But then he was also working a ton. So like basically every week I was supposed to practice a certain amount. And I would have to write like, yeah, I did practice 30 minutes. And for some reason during this year, my sister must have been playing sports. My mom would always take my sister to sports, and then my dad would be home on Sundays working.
Yeah.
And I would have to go get him to sign that I practiced. And he would always go, I know you didn't practice, but I'm going to sign it, but you owe me 30 minutes. And it was the entire year. And like still to this day, my dad will be like, you owe me 14 hours. It was just, it's so funny.
You were crying.
It's so funny because in hindsight, like, he was totally fucking around.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, shit, okay, I'm 30.
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't give a fuck if he plays the trombone. He's probably happy I didn't.
You should, for his birthday or Father's Day or something, you should be like, I put in the time.
Oh my God, I might do
a
that.
song.
You know what the good news is? We know for a fact he's not listening to the podcast.
Oh no, I know.
There's no way my dad listens to this. So that works. We could literally plan an elaborate birthday party for my father, like plan all the details for months, and he would get no word of it.
Yeah.
He would have no idea. It would never cross his feed. The only way it would is if one of our listeners, one of our followers, like somehow figured out his username on the Instagram that my mom made him. Oh my God, I'm like literally crying thinking about my dad. He's so fucking funny. This is happy tears. This is funny tears. He's so fucking funny. You owe me 30 minutes. Like, oh God, I don't know why. The tromboner days were really fun. There were 6 of us, and I was the only kid who was worse than me at it. It was me, my buddy Connor. Connor was a little bit better than me. Connor was 4th chair, I was 5th chair. The only kid that was worse than me is kind of a special needs kid. And my dad would always bring up, like, I think you can get to 4th chair. He was just, in hindsight, he was fucking with me the entire time. Oh my God, sorry.
To 4th chair.
Oh my God. Really quick, one more trombone story. And again, you can cut this story because it goes on. Okay. So 5th grade, playing trombone. I played in 5th and 6th grade. 5th chair, let's go. And one of the things that we would do is my buddy Connor, he's not really as much anymore, but at the time he was kind of a germaphobe. So the thing about the trombone is it's really hard to put it together. Like there's like 12 pieces, and to get it all fit back together is like pretty difficult.
I didn't realize it even came apart.
To fit in the case. Oh. But to take it apart is like a half a second.
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would when Connor was like, we were listening to the teacher, whoever it was, I think it was a guy, I would lick his the mouthpiece, and then Connor would go, oh, and Connor would go, Mr. Wilma, can I go to the bathroom to wash it off? And then when he would leave, I would completely disassemble his thing. So that when he came back, the teacher, who, by the way, for teaching a 5th grade band where I wasn't even the worst trombone player, was a kind of a dick about it.
Like, it's a little much.
Like, it's like you're taking this a little seriously.
Yeah.
I'm not even the worst.
Yeah.
And I owe 14 hours of practice.
Yeah.
Okay, buddy. But the teacher would always get like so mad. Like, Connor.
Yeah.
Hurry up. He's like, it's like putting together like a Marine rifle. Like,
yeah.
It's crazy. And then again, like literally every time I would go to the bathroom, we just disassemble mine. Yeah. We would just always do it really quickly. We've been going.
Yeah. Should we get into some segments?
Let's get into some segments. Are you ready for sports gossip?
Hit me, sister.
Okay, so Team USA lost to Team Italy in the World Baseball Classic. That's like, and it's like a really big deal.
Mamma mia.
First off, the World Baseball Classic, it's like the FIFA World Cup, but for baseball, where it's like all the different countries. It's basically the Olympics.
Yeah, where it's like countries compete versus like teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, of course, the issue with this is baseball's played in the Americas, like North and South America, and obviously Asia. Like they love it in Japan, they love it in Korea. But Europe hasn't really gotten it the way that they've gotten soccer.
Yeah, they really perfected their one sport.
So first off, they don't even play baseball in Italy. Like technically they have a league, but it's not televised, and it doesn't seem like any Italians actually even know about it.
So how do they have a team?
Well, because you don't actually have to be from Italy to play for Team Italy. You just have to be Italian. So you can be like an Italian American, which, by the way, they all are. Like there's 2 players who are from Italy, but they don't really play on the team.
Yeah, the rest of them are from New York.
So let me reframe what this game was. It's Team USA, which is the best players in the United States.
Anyone who's everyone.
Anyone who's everyone. Versus Team Italy, who are the best players in the United States that didn't make Team USA and also happen to have an Italian last name. It's not just like the varsity versus the JV. It's a varsity versus a very niche JV. And the JV won.
Okay, girl boss.
So here's where it gets kind of scandalous because everybody's like, wait, how the hell can this happen? Like Team USA, this was the best Team USA has ever been. It's the freaking dream team.
Yeah.
So here's the here's where it gets a little bit juicy. So the manager for Team USA, Mark DeRosa, in an interview before the game said, look, we've already punched our ticket to the next round, but we still want to win this game. Here's the thing. They hadn't. Like, losing to Italy, if they lost to Italy, they weren't guaranteed to make it to the next round. And everybody's kind of like, wait a minute. You're the freaking manager. How do you not know the rules? Especially because he was the manager in 2023 too.
Yeah, do your job, girl.
Like, this is your second World Baseball Classic and you still don't know the rules?
Whoops.
So Team USA, the night before the game, went out partying. And it's pretty clear when you look at it, like, they're freaking hungover playing this game. So they lose to Team Italy, and now it's up to Team Italy versus Team Mexico. The rules, honestly, are a little bit insane. They kind of get a little bit of soccer in them, where you're kind of like, if you're not a huge soccer fan, it's really confusing. Mm-hmm. But yeah, so it's like freaking crazy.
So they were a bunch of divas downs on the diamond.
A lot of divas down on the diamond.
That's crazy. Is the World Baseball Classic thing, are like a lot of people watching?
It comes and goes. Like,
okay.
The best thing for the World Baseball Classic is if the U.S. goes to the next. We're, by the way, recording this while Mexico versus Italy is happening, so we don't know.
Okay.
If the U.S. gets knocked out, it really sucks for the World Baseball Classic because they want to get a bunch of viewers.
Yeah.
The last WBC ended up being really, really entertaining because the finals were Japan versus America, and the final, I think it was the final at bat was Mike Trout hitting against Shohei Ohtani, and they were teammates at the time.
That's crazy.
So Shohei Ohtani was pitching to his teammate, and Shohei Ohtani, I think, struck him out. I don't remember. It was 3 years ago. But that got a ton of views.
Yeah.
I think it's a good chunk smaller. Actually, it's hard to compare to the Olympics because the Olympics is like on 24 hours a day and at weird time zones. But it's like, it's nowhere near like the World Cup.
Yeah, definitely. That's a whole other animal.
They're trying to build it up, basically.
Okay.
Like, it's kind of WNBA vibes where it's like...
How often does this happen?
Every 3 years.
Okay.
They looked at, all the different sports leagues that happen every year, obviously, and they looked at the Olympics that happens every 4 years, and they were like, let's be different.
Yeah.
Let's go with an odd number.
I kind of like it.
Let's go with a prime number.
Yeah. So
that nothing makes sense.
Yes.
No, it is really fun. The only issue with the World Baseball Classic, and it was the same issue when the baseball was in the Olympics, is that a lot of players choose not to play, especially the pitchers.
Yeah. Because
it's not worth risking an injury.
Yeah, it's really not.
And also, right now is spring training, so it's like the preseason for baseball. So you can, for the hitters, they can be like, that's fine. I'm basically doing spring training by playing in games.
Yeah.
But sometimes they'll in the last World Baseball Classic, why am I blanking on his name? The Mets closer, who's now the Dodgers closer, was on Team Mexico. Yes.
Okay.
And he, closed out a game. And then in the celebration, I think he tore his Achilles.
Oh.
So it was kind of like, well, shit.
Well, shit, man.
And
this affects my day job.
Affects his day job. So, I mean, it doesn't affect his day job in the sense of like, he's still getting paid.
Yeah.
Mets fans were actually like really cool about it. Edwin Diaz, that's his name.
Okay.
They were actually like really cool about it. Like my brother and my dad are Mets fans. And, they were like, he was competing for his country.
Yeah.
Like, you know what? That's the thing is, I think that fans would really, and the teams too, would love if baseball is still an Olympic sport, because they would love to be like, yeah, do what hockey does. Take 2 weeks off or a week off, play for your countries, and then we'll resume the season. Like, that's really not that big of a deal.
No, it's not that crazy.
But still, like, pitchers, like, they get hurt. They're so fragile.
Yeah.
That it's not worth in the middle of a July or August when the Olympics are happening to be like, oh, and Max Scherzer's out.
Yeah.
Like, shit.
That would suck.
But it still sucks because you in your heart, you're like, where would an Olympic gold medal rank above a Stanley Cup?
Yeah.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, what else you got for me today?
Okay, so also on Tuesday night. Okay, so on Tuesday night, Bam Adebayo of the Miami Heat scored 83 points, which is the second most in a single game in NBA history, and people are freaking out about it.
Who? Huh?
His name's Bam Adebayo. How cool is that name?
I've never heard that name in my life.
Because it's a cool name. It sounds cool, right?
It is very cool.
Like, it kind of sounds like a drum.
Yeah.
Bam Adebayo.
Yeah.
You know?
I like it.
Well, it's like, you know Mobamba?
Like the song?
You know it's a basketball player, right?
No.
Yeah, his name's after... Yeah, Mobamba's a basketball player.
I did not know that.
So the reason people are freaking out isn't just because somebody scored 83 points, but because of who it is. See,
Okay.
Bam Adebayo is a really good NBA player, but he's not like a superstar. Like I would say that he is to the NBA what like Catherine Hahn is to, like to Hollywood, like really good supporting cast.
They're around, they make things good, but they're not the star.
He's not the star. Catherine Hahn's not going to be the Catherine Hahn's not going to be the star in like a blockbuster movie, and Bam Adebayo is not going to be the star on like an NBA championship team, but he's a really good supporting piece because what he's really good at is defense.
Okay.
So that's why it's so shocking because like he's only scored, Bam Adebayo's only scored more than 40 points, I think once. Like he's the number 3 scorer on his team.
Wow.
So for him to put up 83 points is just like absolutely bananas. Now, people on the internet are freaking crashing out about this.
Girl, they're losing their minds?
They're losing their minds because the person who we passed on the like all-time records is Kobe. And Kobe fans are basically like Kanye fans.
Yes.
Like it's a little bit religious.
I am from LA. I am aware.
There are more Kobe fans than Lakers fans.
Yes, yes. No, the Lakers fans were Kobe fans.
Like so, including celebrities like O'Shea Jackson Jr., who I know our names are very similar. O'Shea Jackson Jr. is like he like wrote a bunch of tweets that like honestly I've read them like 10 times. I thought I was having a stroke. It makes no sense. Like, but they're all upset about it. They're saying that like this doesn't count because Bam like shot so many free throws. Meanwhile, it's like, oh really? You think the Lakers weren't trying to see how many points Kobe could score? Like it's just ridiculous.
Yeah. So he basically was just like unexpected.
Totally unexpected.
Interesting.
Unexpected is the wrong word because it doesn't say enough.
Because does defense shoot a lot?
Well, everybody plays defense. Everybody plays offense. But yeah. Oh, we got a long way to go, sweetie. On basketball, you play both ways. It's like soccer.
But
in soccer, you have
he doesn't have like a position.
It's not like soccer.
Yeah.
Because everybody plays, like the defensive guys will stay back. It's not like soccer.
Okay, because that's what I was picturing.
No.
Okay, never mind then. I get
it. All 5 guys on the team go to this side of the court when they're on offense, and when the other team has the ball, they all go to this court.
Okay.
So they're running back and forth.
It's a hive.
It's a hive. It's very much hive mind. Beehive basketball. But actually, I was going to say though too. I was like, I thought of a really good comparison for it. Bam Adebayo scoring 83 points is pretty much the equivalent of like if tomorrow out of the blue Nicki Minaj dropped like the 2nd greatest country album of all time. Like it's just like it's not in their wheelhouse.
Well, you never know what's going to come out of her mouth these days.
You never know what's going to come out of her mouth these days.
Every day she surprises me more and more.
And so does Bam apparently. But yeah, it's just absolutely bananas.
Wow, interesting.
Yeah. It was so funny because this week, just so you guys know, I was like, you know what? Not a lot of sports stuff is happening. We'll see if anything happens in the World Baseball Classic. We'll see what happens like in football and stuff. And yesterday, as we were like, oh, let me look at like what's, just double check what's happening. We weren't going to do a sports gossip this week. And I woke up this morning and I texted you like, motherfucker. Like,
yeah.
Of course, the one week where I'm like, let's take it off.
Yeah.
2 of the biggest stories where it's like, Bam Adebayo scored 83?
Yeah.
Like, I think the Nicki Minaj thing does it justice, but
no, definitely. Where it's just like, it's out of left field where it's like, I guess like, yeah, he plays and she makes music. It's like, they could do it, but it's kind of not the person you expect to do it.
It's like when a stand-up comedian has like an Oscar-winning performance.
Yeah.
And you're like, really?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Usually in basketball, the bigger guys are defensive guys because they can block your shot. So they're really important for defense because it's harder to score on them because their hands are above you.
So just a quick question because I don't want to dive into it and like take up everyone's time. So there aren't like positions in basketball?
So there are.
Okay, I thought so.
So there's 5 positions and there's 2 ways to refer to them: by numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or by the actual position name. But it's kind of like football where it's like in football, like the center makes sense.
Yeah.
But like the quarterback doesn't make sense unless you know that in 1902 when they played it, the quarterback was a quarter of a yard back. Like that's why they named them that. In basketball, you have the point guard.
I was gonna say, I know point guard's a thing.
So I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is kind of good education actually.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1 is point guard.
Okay.
2 is shooting guard.
Okay.
Now you gotta think about the word. Now I love that because I'm like, what? Like they all shoot. 2 is shooting guard. 3 is small forward. 4 is power forward because you know how The opposite of small is power.
Yes. I'm always saying this.
And then 5 is center. And they basically, by the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, in general, they go up by height.
Okay.
So the smallest guy is usually the point guard.
Okay.
Now, that was the case until, Magic Johnson or something. But like now, anybody can be anything except for that the center and the power forward do have to be really tall. But now that everybody's so tall, you'll have like 6'9" point guards. Like it's an advantage to be taller. So it used to be like, oh, you're little, play point guard.
Yeah.
And you'd have every point guard was like 5'10". It made no sense.
Interesting.
But yeah.
Okay. Fun.
Okay. And then let's see the sports skinny.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that.
Okay. Now here's the stuff that we didn't discuss on this week's sports gossip, but I want to keep the besties in the loop.
Perfect.
Okay, so Travis Kelce announced that he is going to be playing another year of football for the Kansas City Chiefs after 2 years of speculation that he was going to retire. Now, sources are telling us that Taylor was actually the one who inspired him to lace back up.
Tay.
I know.
Okay, this shocks me because I obviously know very little, but like I feel like that's all I've heard is like, is he going to retire?
For years. Like, because he definitely is on the sort of like downturn. Yeah. Now, he obviously still can contribute, and he's like, the Chiefs don't have a ton of weapons, although they did just get Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker. But yeah,
he's trying to finish out strong, do you feel like? Like maybe not a Super Bowl, but maybe something a little bit better than last season?
I think that Taylor is coming to grips with the idea of Travis not having to be anywhere.
Yes.
And that's just my like... I don't know.
It's a little early in the relationship to have a stay-at-home husband.
It's sort of shades of Kendall Jenner and Devin Booker and Kendall Jenner and every athlete she dates where in the offseason they break up. I think it's kind of convenient when they're like, oh, he has to be in St. Louis.
Yeah.
See ya. Bye.
She's avoidant.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like she's like, I got to bring Travis on every tour.
Yeah. He might knock stuff down on the bus. I don't know if he could fit on the tour bus.
I knock stuff down on the bus.
Actually, the private jet. Sorry. Not the bus.
The PJ?
She would never ride the bus.
She doesn't have a private jet.
She's 2. You're right.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so last week, the Las Vegas Raiders traded their star defensive end, Max Crosby, to the Baltimore Ravens. However, plot twist, on Tuesday, the Baltimore Ravens announced that the trade is no longer on after Max Crosby failed a physical.
Ooh, okay. What's the meaning of the standards?
So this is where all the conspiracy theorists come out because this turns out not to be the first time that the Baltimore Ravens have gone back on a deal, whether or not it's signing a free agent or a trade because someone failed a physical. Now, and Max Crosby was injured this season. Everybody knew he would technically fail the physical, especially the Baltimore Ravens. They knew what they were trading for. Here's what everybody thinks. After they made the trade, they traded 2 first-round picks, which is a lot for Max Crosby. They got a lot of flack online.
Yeah.
And a lot of flack probably just in the NFL sphere, too, being like, wow, you really overpaid. They panicked, waited for the physical. Meanwhile, Max Crosby, by the way, was in the Baltimore Ravens building when they said the trade's off. Here's another reason why people think that this happened. Because, while Max Crosby was still in the Baltimore Ravens building, they announced that they signed Cincinnati Bengals star defensive end Trey Hendrickson, almost as like a replacement. They just announced it a little too quick.
Yeah.
Kind of sounded like they were like, you know what's a better deal? Trey Hendrickson.
Yeah.
Never mind. Take backsies.
Yeah, no, that's definitely a little sus.
It's just a little bit awkward now for the Las Vegas Raiders too, especially because Max Crosby asked for a trade and then did a whole goodbye, thank you for everything, Las Vegas. And now tomorrow he's going to land in a plane and be like, hello again.
Yeah.
So
it seems a little bit like someone who's like, oh, I'm going to college. Should I keep my long-term boyfriend or should I break up with them so I could explore my options?
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah. So it's just keeping someone there for as a safety.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Well, welcome back to Vegas, Max.
Okay, so the Paralympics is going on, and this is one of my favorite stories. I actually have to read their names because it's kind of hard to pronounce. Austrian siblings Johannes and Veronika Eigner both won gold in the visually impaired downhill skiing. Now, I showed you the video of this.
Yes.
Can you imagine? What they do is beyond impressive. Can you imagine skiing?
No.
Doing it visually impaired?
No.
Doing it legally blind?
It's amazing.
It is insane. I genuinely, they are so freaking fearless. It's actually one of the most inspiring things I've ever seen.
That's why the Paralympics, they're more impressive than the Olympics.
Oh, yeah.
I wish they happened at the same time. So, like, we can be like everyone all at once, but it's too much at once.
The Olympics is already too crowded.
I know.
It's already like...
The Olympic Village can't fit everyone.
Not even that. It's just like, there's always somebody using the freaking mountain.
Yes.
They don't have like time to be like, okay, now in Europe, like it would end up becoming like a water slide where it's kind of like next, and you don't get to celebrate anybody. Also, shout out to friend of the pod, Danny Arovich, for coming in 6th place in the women's standing biathlon.
Damn, girl.
You go, girl.
And I was checking the stats today. It seems like the only one beating us right now is China. USA, we have to beat China.
We have to beat China. In a press conference, Secretary of Defense Pete Hegseth compared Iran's military to a football team that is like really good at preparing for a game, but then panics once the whistle starts. People online have started to speculate that he was directly referencing the Miami Dolphins.
Not the Dolphins.
The poor Dolphins, always getting shade. I just love that story.
Why fuck Fitty? Oh my God. They're like, we're not even playing right now.
Dak Prescott and his fiancée Sarah Jane Ramos announced that they are splitting up a month before their wedding. There's some speculation that something went down on the Bachelorette trip, but that's pure speculation.
So I saw this.
A lot of wags on that trip.
It was a joint Bachelorette trip. So that's why I'm thinking maybe not.
Maybe not, but also the timing works out pretty well for that conspiracy theory.
And I did see that she cleared up it had nothing to do with prenup, because I know a couple of people were trying to be like, it's about the prenup, and she said no.
Do you know which side broke up with who?
I believe I saw it was representatives are saying it was mutual, but I believe that there was infidelity. So I think she may have broke up with him. I don't know. But yeah, calling off a wedding that close is tough. Destination wedding. Ooh.
Now, somebody had a really good tweet online that basically just said that it wasn't infidelity, it wasn't anything like that. It's just that Dak Prescott gets pretty nervous when he gets that close to a ring.
That's a good one.
And finally, in other World Baseball Classic news, Mexico played the U.S., which was, just like a regular good game, except there was a little bit of drama. Team Mexico player and Seattle Mariner, Randy Arozarena, was going up to bat. Now, the catcher for Team USA this game was Cal Raleigh, a.k.a. Big Dumper, also a Seattle Mariner. So Randy goes up and he's like, hey, try to give his teammate a handshake.
Like, hey, girl.
Cal says no. So people online immediately start speculating like, oh no, something's not right. Only for the cooler heads to prevail and basically be like, girl, they're teammates.
They're literally joking.
They're fucking around. Except nope, plot twist. In a post-game press conference, Randy was legitimately like, apparently, according to the people who speak Spanish, they were like, he said a phrase that you don't say about a freaking friend.
Okay.
And he actually started off too with like, listen, Cal's parents are fantastic.
I said leave their parents out of it.
But fuck him. Meanwhile, Cal is saying, no, this was just competition. The point of this whole thing is, what started off seeming like, oh, it's just a friendly joke. Turns out it's like, check out the Seattle Mariners clubhouse, because they're going to be back on the same team in like a week.
The girls are fighting.
Damn. And that's what you missed on Glee.
All right, you ready to get into this week's pop culture news with the skinny dip?
Let's dive in.
Timothée Chalamet is in hot water after a CNN town hall with Matthew McConaughey, where he basically said nobody cares about opera and ballet anymore, and the fine arts community is upset.
Oh no, not the fine arts community.
The thing is, I feel like everyone's really upset. If you really listen to what he's saying that like it's kind of the way he said it was like douchey and like a bad joke, I guess, but it was like, no, like no one does care about it, and that's why everyone is like running off of like charitable donations.
He did say a blunt truth.
Yeah.
It's what it was. They didn't want him to say it. He said the quote I've heard a lot.
I know. It's unfortunate, but if anything...
I've heard that he's from like a ballet family too.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, gives a little bit of credit to basically him just saying it like, no, nobody cares about it anymore. It's like a dying art.
Yeah.
I'm going to choose to take it that way because we're Team Timmy.
Well, I'm always going to look at it from a positive perspective.
Yes. But yeah, those opera heads... All 6 of them are losing it.
They are losing it. Yeah. No, if anything, too, I'm like, I kind of feel like this is a good thing because people will be like, out of spite, I'm going to go to the opera this weekend.
What percentage of the people online who are very upset with Timothée Chalamet have ever listened to opera?
1%.
None. None of them have. The people who listen to opera aren't online.
Hey, you know what? And wasn't Timothée Chalamet the one, like, when he was doing the Marty Supreme press tour saying that when they were asking, like, who should wear the Marty Supreme jacket or whatever, like, who dared to dream? And he said, Susan Boyle. That was the first name out of his mouth.
Done.
I'm going to choose to look at it from a positive.
Susan Boyle.
Yeah. And they laughed at him, and he said, "No, she dared to dream.
She dared to dream.
He loves her.
Dared to dream."
So I'm going to take this as Timmy was literally saying, like, yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah. He's palling around with Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. In perfect distraction news from that scandal, Kylie Jenner disgraced the cover of Vanity Fair. And in an interview, she discussed how she's open to doing more acting after her A24 The Moment scene that she did in Charlie XCX's movie. She actually did pretty good. It was like, I think she could do comedy.
It's nice that you're getting that from like
I sent you
4 seconds.
She did pretty good.
I
thought it was good.
I totally believe that she could do it. I'm a Kylie fan. I'm just saying that, like, I don't know if I could jump straight from being like there to like, I think she can do comedy. I do think she can do comedy. Just I don't think she can do something
serious, but
I think that she could do whatever she wants. I
don't think she needs to do anything.
I think she is the Kim gene.
But she also said that she would like to have more kids.
Love that.
So I think that's kind of piggybacking off of Timothée Chalamet.
Timmy?
Being like, he wanted kids. So.
You know what that means? I think Timmy wants kids, right?
He did. Like, a couple months ago, he had said something where he's like, I don't really understand people who say that they don't want kids.
Man, he's just saying controversial things.
I was expecting that to be the scandal. Yeah. It wasn't.
He's saying controversial things that I totally agree with.
Rihanna's Beverly Hills home was actually shot at while she was at home, and it turned out to be a 30s woman, and she's now been arrested for attempted murder, and her bail has been set at $10 million. A
lot of crazy people out there.
Leave Rihanna alone. The opening of Zero Bond at the Wynn this weekend in Las Vegas drew in quite the star-studded crowd, with reports of people seeing Tom Brady cozying up to Alex Earl once again, and also seeing Brooke Snyder chatting it up with Kevin Costner. Couldn't say his name, sorry.
Kevin Costner?
Yeah. You know, that is a girl with a dream.
I've learned from my mom and her friends, Kevin Costner does it to some ladies.
He does. Yeah.
I wouldn't think Brooke Snyder is one of those ladies, but
you know,
he's got something that I'm unaware of.
Yeah. No, he's got something. Secret Lives of Mormon Wives star Jessie Draper is now opening up about how she's unhappy with her recent plastic surgery results. She's been pretty open about documenting her journey on TikTok over the past couple of months while she's been off-season filming. But now she says that she went too far because of her insecurities and wished that she'd asked her surgeon more questions. I actually think she looks good. I've seen photos. Obviously, she's worked, but I think she looks beautiful still.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice that she's saying out loud how she's actually feeling about doing face procedures.
Yeah.
Because I feel like right now we're living in a time where people are just going for it.
Diving in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's a lot to change your face.
It's a really big decision.
Yeah.
You can't really hide it.
Yeah. I felt kind of bad because during the press junket for Secret Lives of Mormon Wives a month ago, they were talking to her on the red carpet, and she basically was saying I'm the older girl on the show and I got to keep up with these younger girls. So that's why I'm getting all these procedures done. She's 33.
Dinosaur.
Yeah. And I was like, man, that's tough. Because it's they're the Mormon wives. They're all 23. It's,
Well, she's the leader though, right?
She's not the leader.
Oh, no.
Yeah. But yeah, so I don't know.
Yeah. Reality TV is not an easy business.
It is not an easy business. Disney has officially announced that Kathryn Hahn will be playing Mother Gothel in the new live-action Tangled movie.
Perfect casting. That said, Kathryn Hahn could play the guy, or the horse, or the girl. She could be the lizard.
Yeah, she could be Pascal.
She could be Pascal, the lizard.
Yes.
Kathryn Hahn can play anything.
Yes.
Yeah.
She's so good. Everyone's really happy because she definitely was the top fan casted for this role, I think. Mm-hmm. So it'll be fun. But again, I'm over live action movies. Yeah, as great as she'll be, I probably won't see it because I don't care about live action movies.
Weirdly, of all the movies though, this feels like the one I would be most likely to see because it's not Moana recent, and it's not Snow White or Cinderella old tale.
That is true.
It's no, it's been 15 years, and it's a modern tale.
And it's Rapunzel.
It's Rapunzel. I could see them having not made a cartoon of it and made just a live action one.
Yes, because Rapunzel isn't Rapunzel's been a thing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then Traitors spoilers. Rob won the Traitors, and he basically screwed over his best friend Maura in the show. And as an apology for screwing her over, he just bought her a Birkin bag with his Traitors winnings.
Call it even.
Also,
you go into that game knowing you're going to be screwed over. When was Donna Kelsey out?
I don't know, actually. We kind of saw. We tried to watch it, and then I just like forgot. We got busy.
Yeah, we got busy.
I don't think Donna Kelsey probably lasted too long. I also don't know how much she's furthering the plot. She's just a normal lady.
She's a normal woman.
Yeah. Speaking of Donna Kelsey.
Yeah. Speaking of Donna Kelsey.
Big news.
Big news. She's renovating her house.
Yes. And this is, everyone's making big jokes about it online. It was very funny.
Because TMZ posted an article about it where it was like, they're acting like this was like Ben Affleck and J-Lo breakup.
Yes.
They were putting it at that level.
And because everyone's like, how am I supposed to go on with my day now or whatever? And I am laughing because I am kind of exactly the target audience for this type of news.
Can you imagine what it's like to be the Kelseys after Travis got with Taylor and all of a sudden every single manager and PR and agent person was like, how can we make you expand you?
How can we make you Kris Jenner? And
yeah.
She's like, I'm not.
I'm Donna Kelsey. I have 2 kids who play in the NFL.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it.
Oh my gosh. Madeline Klein was just seen at what looks like a music video shoot with Sabrina Carpenter. Fans are speculating it's for her song House Tour, which I think will be fun. 2 little blondes in a music video will be fun.
She's the one from OBX, right?
Yes,
yeah.
Outer Banks.
Outer Banks.
It's buried treasure.
Pirates. Yeah, I don't know anything about the show.
I think I watched 2 seasons of it, and I liked it. I didn't need to keep watching though.
They had me at buried treasure, and then the show started, and I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
Oh God.
But that's it. That's your skinny dip for the week.
I love it.
And I think that's the pod.
It's always a good pod when I cry laughing.
Yes.
I was a real hard cry laughing too. I was like literally like, my dad, you owe me 30 minutes. In hindsight, she never was going to get this 30 minutes.
My mom used to sign off on my reading so we could get like pizza coupons. They used to always throw us like coupons. That was fun.
That makes sense. That's something that my dad would not have let me skip. The other day, so Michaela's super dyslexic. And the other day, I saw a show was on TV, something with Alex Michelson. And he said, you read it and you're like, oh, Mike, it's like the story with Michael Alexson. And I was like, that is obnoxious.
I was so close.
That's like full word dyslexia. You separate, not letters, like you put words in different words.
Yeah, that's how I read most things.
I know. I love it. I love you.
That's why my mom was like, I'm just going to sign it.
Yeah. See, I would have been like, okay, no, we actually have to probably spend extra time. But you're also a great reader. You read more than I do. Not. You read books more than I do.
I read books with that are like 5th grade reading level easy.
No, they're written by horny middle-aged women, and they always write the same character.
Yeah,
I love it.
Sometimes I have to read the page twice.
So does everybody. I have ADD. Okay. I have to read everything 5 times.
Okay,
that's why I memorize stuff because by the end it's like it's fucking in there.
Yeah.
All right, love you guys. Towel off. Grab a pina colada.
Bye.